See, I'm a St. Louis nigga, a money go getter. No matter how I look, because the money go getter. I'm a St. Louis nigga, a U City nigga. I have a order fried rice, St. Paul
We
nigga.
back up in this bitch one more again. This where we hail from the Ville to Hillsdale, South Side of South. Shout out all my South Side niggas. Weasel, Man, all my Hillsdale niggas. Chill Will, Yankee, Al Bate, Beanie, Warren G, Uncle June. Everybody that made us what we are. This is what we do. This is where we come from. Y'all don't know shit about it. Y'all can't do nothing about it. Cause we real motherfuckers around here. So your H is up. Hillsdale, Northside, Ville Life, Normandy. Shout out to Normandy niggas. Bonfire Homecoming should be coming up. Hey, this is where it is, and this is where it hails from, and this is what we do. Y'all not made like us. Y'all not cut from the same cloth, because they stopped making our fabric, baby. We coming out here straight out the loo. Motherfucking co-host Roy. This is week motherfucking 5 of the Thursday morning pre-cap around this bitch. Yeah.
Like to say, shout out.
My co-host Roy from the Rankins crew.
Like to say, shout out to Team Commish. We had a lot of good games in week 4, but let's shout out Team Commish. That's all I got to say.
You happy? So you happy now? Anyway, so we got week 5 of the morning week 5 of the Thursday morning pre-cap. We have our sponsors. Our sponsors are On Broadway Liquor, 5026 North Broadway, owned and operated by our very own El Motherfucking Patron. Shout out to Moan. And our other sponsor, BC Plumbers. BC Plumbers, owned and operated by our very own homie, Anthony Clark, a.k.a. Lil Petey.
Fuck Lil Petey.
I know, because you a goddamn hater.
Nobody hating. Fuck that little motherfucker.
Anyway, listen.
I send these clips to him every week.
We
motherfucker say he gonna sue me. Because motherfucker, fuck Lil Petey. I don't care about you trying to sue somebody.
Anyway, he should sue your ass.
He want to sue the show. It's your show.
Fuck Lil Petey. Anyway. Listen. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still under the weather. Disclaimers. The views of the Monday Morning Quarterback, the Thursday Morning Pre-Cap, are not necessarily those of the league, the commissioner, or co-commissioner at large. These are strictly our opinions. Follow at your own risk. If you do the shit that we told you to and it work out, give us some motherfucking credit. If shit don't work out, you a grown-ass goddamn man, run your own shit. I don't really have nothing else. We had some crazy
today. Yeah, today was Fire Sale Wednesday.
Fire Sale Wednesday
of New Northside FFC. They guess they realized that it was gonna be a tough season. They decided, hey, we're gonna just tear it down and build it back up, and that is exactly what they did. 4 trades.
So you Roy from the Rankins crew.
2 hours.
Roy from the Rankins crew. I want you to rank these trades real quick. Give us a minute. Give us some of your insight.
All right. Well, the best trade of the day, in my opinion, was Chibo Burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Yeah, Chibo Burgers. He traded for Kyron Williams.
Got Kyron back.
And Matt Stafford. So he got him a backup quarterback, which he needed.
Mm-hmm.
And he got him one of the best running backs in the league. Got him back. So not only do he got Derrick Henry, who he traded, he got him back. I mean, that's almost like a 2-for-1. But he did lose Rashee Rice to an injury on Sunday. From what I understand, this trade was in the works. So he could have had Rashee Rice already there with him.
Mm.
So I'd rank that number one. He did give up Jordan Whittington, who's a up and coming wide receiver who's got a really good future. He gave up the pick that he got for Kyron, which looking like it's gonna be a top 5 pick. And then he also had to give up his first and second next year in 2025 and 20. Well, no, in 2026 he gave up his first and second. So that was the number one trade. I liked it for Chivo Burgers.
Mm-hmm.
New Northside is rebuilding, so
I like the fact that they pick back. It is a top 5, or the way it's looking, or appears to be a top 5 pick. So I think it was a win on both ends. I like it, but fire sale is a fire sale. So people see the writing on the walls, and they go back and get their first round pick because it seemed like it might be better. But some dumb motherfuckers don't. I'm sorry, what else? I like the trade.
Second trade that I like, that I ranked number 2 in the trade would be I actually like the T. Higgins trade for STL Lions.
Mm-hmm.
U-City STL Lions. STL U-City Lions. They traded T. Higgins for a second round next year, third round next year, fourth round next year. The reason I like the trade is because you are not going to find a wide receiver the caliber of T. Higgins in the second round. So to get him for a second and you throw in some third, you find good players in the third, you find good players in the fourth, but you have to be a little lucky sometimes to find those players in the third and fourth. So I like it. Now, what I don't understand, I ain't gonna say I don't understand it. The U-City Lions are fighting, and they gonna fight. They gonna fight. What Big Baby say? Big Baby gonna fight. You're like, Big Baby, go on with the family. Big Baby gonna fight. He had his gun, he stood there. I'm a man, Big Baby gonna fight. So you know what I'm saying? And like Big Baby, at the end of the scene, he was dead on the goddamn porch. Shot him in the goddamn head. Hey, but Big Baby gonna fight.
Mm-hmm.
Brian gonna fight, man. I mean,
gotta respect it.
You gotta respect it. I don't think it's the smart thing to do, but I respect it. I respect it because
what's the smart thing to do? What you think you should do?
Listen. After the trade was made, no, seriously, listen. After the trade was made, listen, you just gave up a second, a third, and a fourth. After the trade was made,
People's Champ
came in the room and said, "Man, I was gonna offer him a first and a second." I would immediately went to him and said, "Give me that, and give me your first, give me a one, and you get your 2 back that you traded for him. Plus, you get a 1. You still keep your 1 that you got from Big Lawrence. You got 2 first. I know you don't got T. Higgins, but listen, man, you 1-3. You scored 206 this week, and that was your best score for the week. You ain't going nowhere. Yeah, but, I mean, I know you holding on. The news from CMC keeps getting worse. It went from 1 leg to 2 leg. It's left out of the 1 leg. It's back in the other leg. He's looking at a November return.
Shit, might be November next year.
By November, you'll have 6 losses. Easy,
huh?
Easy. And if you don't come back to Thanksgiving, which is great for the Niners, bad for fantasy, you easily will have 7 losses.
Now, I want to talk about that while I got you real quick. Your opinion. If, for some reason, he does come back, do they bench Mason?
I don't know. Because Kyle Shanahan, listen, Kyle Shanahan likes to play his guys. Not saying they'll bench Mason, but if he come in and he looks like the old McCaffrey, he's not going to. Kyle Shanahan can't control himself, so he won't take him off the field. He should. It should be a 50-50 split because the only thing that should matter for the 49ers is getting to the playoffs and then being healthy for the playoffs. But I don't know. I don't know if he's coming back to the play. Like, I think if the 49ers, when he do come back, are in a good position to make the playoffs, they not gonna use him up like that. But if they not and they fighting for a playoff spot, they gonna use him. They gonna dog because now they know they got Mason behind him. But if
I
he
think
if he comes back and he playing well, they not taking him off the field for Mason. They just not.
he comes back and
If they need
he,
it.
one
If
thing
they
that
need
I think that Shanahan is a hot hand kind of, we're gonna play the hot hand. CMC comes back, my personal opinion, and this ain't bias, this ain't hate.
it.
I think that when he comes back, Mason's still gonna be the number one, and he's gonna be the change of pace guy for the rest of the season. Now hear me out. Why? He's coming off of both Achilles, right?
I'm listening. I'm
And
listening.
you want to ease him back in. Mason goes on into the world next year unless the 49ers keep him. So if he comes back and we decide that we're going to let Mason go, we're going to let him run his ass out and let McCaffrey get more rest and be rested for the season. My opinion, I could be wrong. Trade number 3.
Mason ain't going nowhere. Trade number 3 I liked was Team Commish traded. I like the trade for Team Commish, but it's a lot of risk in the trade. They traded Bo Nix. Team Commish traded Bo Nix and Kyle Pitts, who's been a bit of a disappointment, but he's a baby. He's been a disappointment. Fantasy world is kicking him, but what they also got to remember, he's 23 years old. He's got a lot of football ahead of him. But so Team Commish gave up on Pitts and traded Bo Nix to New Northsiders, and they got back George Kittle and an injured Cooper Kupp, who's out. We don't know when he's coming back. They say 3-4 weeks, 2 to 3-4 weeks. So, and Team Commish gave up a 2027 first to make that deal, to push it over there to get that deal done. Now, if Kittle and Kupp come back and they are themselves, we seen what Kupp did week 1. I think he had 21 targets. So if they come back, if he can come back, that's a game changer. Kittle, the Team Commish thing is we wasn't getting anything from Pitts. Kittle has 3 to 4 good games a year. We wasn't getting anything from Pitts. So whatever Kittle gives us, as long as he's giving us something, and then he's giving us those big games, if they land on one of the weeks that we needed, bang, bang, bam, bam, bam.
This motherfucker.
So listen, this could be a game changer for Team Commish, especially with Chibo Burgers going out and get Kyron Williams. This could also, it's a lot of pressure on Team Commish. They got to bring it home. It's a lot of people out there just lurking, and we feel them. They lurking. We can't see them, but they lurking. And they ready. Oh, you should listen. I was watching the whole time this weekend. It was a lot. It was a lot of innuendo, a lot of lurking. Guys was waiting. Woo, 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 woo. They were waiting. They come through. They come through because Walker was like, "Woo, I'm back, baby." But I'm saying it was a lot of guys lurking. And then the last trade.
I want to go and talk about that real quick. That puts Team Commish in a position that they don't have first round for 3 years. I get, you hear me all the time. I get on people for mortgages and way their future. You hear me talk about it all the time. Team Commish is savvy enough, and they see things that everybody doesn't see. If anybody can pull it off, they can. Plus, with the squad that they have, I can fuck with it. But it's a huge gamble. But the logic that was said, Kittle giving you something versus nothing, it's still a win. I fucks with that, but
It's a huge gamble. It's
mhm,
huge because even listen, Team Commish, we went through they've had a horrible, somewhat horrible record draft. But
mhm.
what they do, their strength is they know people who like to draft want those picks.
They are a
So
great
they
GM.
trade those picks for either young players or superstars.
Mhm,
And that the whole team has been pretty much made through trades.
mhm.
So so it's
Pitts
a
is probably
gamble.
the last person on your squad that was drafted.
Who is that?
Pitts.
Pitts, yes. Yeah, Pitts, yep.
Your entire
Pitts and
everybody
Pickens,
else is free
Pitts and
agency.
Pickens
People
both
weren't
got
traded.
traded this year.
Okay.
But hey, it happens. It happens. Hey,
Big trade.
everybody ain't graded drafted. Some are. The team commission don't lay their cap down on being the best drafter in the league, but we love the debate about it. And so the last pick was the ass kickers. Y'all traded back
I hate when you
for
put the hard
Tyler.
R on the ass kickers. That like bothers me.
The ass kickers.
That bothers me.
You want to
But
say the
continue.
ass kicker?
Yeah, that's what they are. The ass kickers, motherfucker. You can read.
That's what I said. The ass kickers.
No, you said Kurt. Anyway, straight.
Anyway, they went after. They got Tyler Lockett back,
Mm-hmm.
which that Seattle offense is humming. So I like that. They gave up third next year, third and the fourth, and then a second in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, third and a fourth this year or next year, and then a second in 2026. So conversation wasn't great. I thought it was the conversation. It wasn't. I didn't think it was bad for either or. I thought Chuck, because he's got a lot of picks for next year, and then he can push some picks into 2026 because he's probably going to, with all the trades he made, he's probably going to have 15 or 16 picks next year.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably only going to keep 10. I mean, he traded all his guys, so he's probably only going to keep like 10 guys, and then he's going to have 15 draft picks.
Between the
So
first, second, and third.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
Can I give you
But
some
I
insight?
thought everybody listen. He said I asked him today before the trades went through,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "You won last week. Are you thinking about keeping the guys, or are you still having a fire sale?" His direct quote was, "A fire sale is exactly what a fire sale says.
Mm-hmm.
Everything must go." And to this word, he started selling off. And if you wanted to get in, all you had to do was holler.
Yeah.
He was letting them go.
Yeah.
I thought Brian got a real good deal on Higgins. Or like I said, because if People's Champ was 20 minutes earlier, he'd have them. And
Mm-hmm.
that team he got with
Whew.
Higgins, whoo, man, and he would have got a first and a second for Higgins. And Brian, Brian, hey, you got to
See?
move when people say. And here's the thing: last Thursday, he said he was going to fire sale.
Mm-hmm.
People reached out to him that day.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't reach out.
It's on you.
Blame yourself. Blame
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm going to give you a little insight into the trade for Lockett. It is thought that possibly people may or may not watch the show. That Lockett could be traded and added with a certain Raiders running back that the other one got fucked out of for a certain Green Bay wide receiver. You get Geno Smith stack with Lockett and Madison.
Mhm.
Just something to think about. But just throwing it out there, for the people to hear.
I've been trying to get Wicks for a while.
I mean, the thing about it is, I'm not
That's
a.
actually, I'm going to tell you something
Mhm.
before you go. That's actually a lot better. The Lockett Madison, that's actually a lot better offer. That's a legit offer because the Madison for Wicks offer was complete ass. I'm beyond. I told you this was ass. Nothing
Mhm.
I'm saying.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
That's some insight. I didn't see that coming. Actually a good trade.
Mhm. Thing about it is, people. I listen, y'all niggas that watch the show, and the ones that watch the show that aren't in the chat room. I'm not a likable person. I'm not. I'm an asshole. But you don't let personal feelings get in the way of business. It's business, never personal. I'm just putting the shit out there. Oh, by the way, real quick, I want to shout out the breast cancer awareness hat. Happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If you've got women, tell them to check their titties, check them for them. And I've been sick, y'all. So if I sound all fucked up, I just want to let y'all know that. But we are finna get into these games. First up, who should we go? I want to go. I want to go to Champs and the number 2, Broad Street Bullyfoots against the U City Lions. But before we get into that, we do have to give the standings in first place in the East, 3-1 Matrix. Team Hurricane Walker is first in the West. The South, number 1 team in all the land, Team Commish, and rocking out the East at number 1, 4-0, the Ass Kickers. So we got first, second, third, and fourth. Fifth place, the Chibo Burgers, the only other team, third team with 900 points. Cheese the Don. 7 is People's Champion. Rounding out its 8 is the Missouri King. The rest of you motherfuckers get better. Broad Street Bullyfoots, 1 and 3. The champs, 4th in their division. U City Lions, 1 and 3. The number 2, 4th in the South Division. Projected total, 204.7 for Bullyfoots, 205.5 for the Lions. The Lions are coming off their first 200-point game of the season, and Bullyfoots came 1.9 away from hitting that 200 mark. These two teams are sad. Trevor Lawrence trash. Trevor Etienne doing his thing. DJ Moore 15. Sam Darnold. Najee Harris. I don't even know why he still got Najee. You should have threw that in there. And Devontae Adams, who possibly could get traded. Now, this is the thing. I've heard that Devontae Adams has played his last down for the Raiders. Why is he in your lineup? Because you don't watch sports. So this is what I'm saying. With the number 1 and number 2 team, you niggas is trash, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on you. I'm honestly got Bill Bullyfoots going 2 and 3. U City Lions going down.
I got the Lions winning this game.
Okay.
You got to keep Devontae Adams. Listen, he might get benched late if they trade him. It's kind of late in the week to trade him. But you still got to keep him in the lineup until you hear for a definitive fact that he's not playing. And you can always put it. Here's the benefit: picking up Trey Tucker. If Adams don't go, you just slide Trey Tucker in there.
Yep.
And Trey Tucker's been giving you some quality weeks. Kelsey looks like he's back. Look like he could, they're gonna have to lean on him a little earlier than they wanted to. I think they really wanted to wait to the playoffs. They gotta lean on him now. So Kelsey is back. Everybody else, I still like the Lions. Trevor Lawrence is going to bounce back. We all love Trevor. He's got to play better, no doubt about it. But we love Trevor Lawrence. He will bounce back. He is a trooper, and we love him. Tyreek Hill is pretty much dead to Tua come back, and Tua's coming back. We don't care about his little head injuries. That's his life. We need points. Tua's coming back. Put on a big bubble helmet with the cap, the Dolphins cap over top of it, and let's go Tua. We need you, not the Dolphins. Fantasy football needs you. I got Waddle shares. I got A-Chain shares. You can't do this to us. You are symptom free. We're going to give you 2 more weeks. We're going to put you out there. We are not worrying about the humanity of this.
Wow.
Leggett, here's the big thing. Ayuk has been playing like ass. Leggett looked like he's coming on. And Addison, he can't stay healthy, but when he is, he's pretty good. But they just ain't been, Trevor Lawrence, ETN, Trevor Lawrence and ETN have been bad. Oh,
How did
it
these
ain't
two teams 6 months ago, 7 months ago, play for the championship? One team
Trevor
led,
Lawrence.
the other team led most of the league in scoring for most of the year. The other one came up from behind and took them. These are the one and twos, and they are literally at the bottom. What happened?
DJ, listen, and this goes against everything that I've argued over.
Hmm.
But DJ Moore and Justin Fields had a connection. So DJ Moore was on his shit last year, and him and
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams haven't clicked yet. And listen, I'm blaming DJ Moore for all of that. You goddamn right. You know
Wow.
why? You know why?
Please.
Because Kellen Moore, Caleb Williams is your number one quarterback. You ain't going nowhere. Stop fucking pouting about Fields not being your guy and get on. If I was Caleb, I'd be like, look, bro, I ain't going nowhere. I'm the fucking franchise. Let's get on board together. I need you just as much as you need me. I'm going to look for you. Come on, give me some effort. If I fuck up, show me where I'm fucking up or tell me something. I'm
Have you
coming
watched
to
the
you.
games?
Listen, I didn't watch the game.
Have you seen the replays? I've
I
seen
just,
it.
I
DJ
just
Moore has gotten his thing. Caleb's missing him.
listen, you gonna get missed sometimes. I'm telling you. And for as good as y'all try to act like Justin Fields was with him, they wasn't winning games either. He was just getting his numbers. They wasn't winning games. Wasn't like you go on the fucking YouTube and you watch these DJ Moore with Justin Field highlights and they all buddy buddy. Then you go look at the games. Niggas was losing bad. It was pathetic. It wasn't like, oh, we were just coming up a game short. Y'all was getting y'all your highlights was just that, a fucking highlight when y'all was fucking down 20 points. Fuck
Mhm.
out of here. Bears winning some games with Caleb, and they getting better and better each week.
The one thing that, as far as your fantasy football knowledge, your football knowledge,
Mm.
fantasy IQ, you draft like shit and you pick quarterbacks like shit. You go in on these people that you love so much and they're all trash. But it's cute. I like it. I mean, it's fun.
Listen, DJ Moore needs to help out his rookie quarterback.
Okay.
Okay,
Right. So
that's just the bottom line.
well, I mean, shit. You got Lions, I got Bullyfoot. So
I got the Lions going 2-3 because the Lions gonna fight. They wait till tomorrow when they take out Austin Eckler, or no, they take out Lazard and insert T. Higgins.
we spent a lot of time, and he paid $100 for Lazard and played him once.
Don't
We've been
don't
telling
matter.
this motherfucker for the last couple of years that Eckler was gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna spend the time.
Don't matter.
He,
No, Eckler's that Washington offense is humming. And
Mhm.
if he want to play Eckler because he in that just about everybody in that Washington offense, you can't you can't get upset when they play. I mean, the backup running back last week, who everybody left on in free agency, went for 22 points in the Washington offense. That was replacing Eckler.
Yep.
22 points.
And he's still out there, ain't he? No, somebody picked him
No,
up.
no, somebody picked him up. I think somebody paid 100 for him.
Hmm. All right. So we move on to the Island Brothers, the AIDS infested Haitian, Trump loving Black Republican,
Blew that to
the
my guy.
world boss. World boss is 1-3. Black Republicans is 1-3. 194, Kyler Murphy, Zach Moss, Cooper. World boss 234 on the projection. Now, last week was the first time they even came close to their projection. So I tell y'all all the time, projections don't win games, but these numbers will add up. Jaden Daniels is crazy. Bijan Robinson is not the guy. He's good, but he's not the motherfucker that people think he is, and Jettis is Jettis. This is an easy win for the world
Who
boss,
ain't who they think they is?
Bijan. Everybody thought he was like the second coming, like he was LeBron in a helmet, and he's not. He's not. He's not.
Right. Come on, let's go. Let's
All
go. I ain't
right,
gonna
so
get
the world boss should win this easily. The only thing is, every now and again, the world boss has a shit game. Two, he has a possibility of having a shit game against the goddamn giant killer, who is the Black Republicans. Uh,
Mm.
and they can go off at any given time. So I'm still going to get us to the world boss. But if the Black Republicans won this, I'd be surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised.
World boss. What was I had something I wanted to say about world boss.
Well, while you find it out and you search, I will say
No,
this:
no, no.
boss, this is a gotta win for you, because if you don't,
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. World boss. I think we said this in the rankings. Is finna go over the next 7 games. We
Mhm.
got them going 7-0.
7-0,
Only
that's 7.
7-0
Okay.
in the next 7. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That
You
includes
ain't gotta
you.
have the ass
That
kicked
includes
going
that
3 games
includes
all year.
you. That includes cheese. And yeah, yeah. I mean, y'all probably his 2 toughest opponents, but we saying 7-0. Sweet,
Okay.
sweet. That's what we saying.
Hey,
It's
I hear
world
it.
boss.
I like a motherfucker that go out there and throw their nuts on the table and make a bold prediction.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
wrong.
Okay, we'll see. Hey,
So,
World Boss, we kind of gave World Boss shit about Kareem Hunt,
mhm.
and then the rookie Carson Steele fumbled on the first drive, and Kareem Hunt came in, and it looks like he has taken over that job. So he did lose a safety, but he replaced that safety
Mhm. With
with
more points than Blankenship had.
yeah, I like Antonio Johnson. He's a Jaguar, so I have my personal beef with him because he's a he's a terrible safety
Mm.
for NFL football, but
Mm.
those are the type you like because they always out of position, so they always making a tackle. Fucking terrible. So, but for fantasy, that's exactly what you want. You want him to get as many tackles as possible. You want them to always throw his way because they know he's always out of position. Um, here, here's something that I noticed when I played Black Republic.
Mhm.
Like that linebacker he got,
Mhm. Mhm.
Patrick Queen. He's he loves like Patrick Queen had a big name coming out of college, but for fantasy, Patrick Queen is terrible. He
Yep.
is such a terrible linebacker.
Mhm.
He might be a good linebacker for football, but for fantasy football, it's like 1,000. But he keeps running them out there. Now,
Patrick Queen is ranked 59th
man, he
of all linebackers.
he was a terrible linebacker when he was with the Ravens. He
Yeah.
was terrible. He was so good at Alabama. But he a name, but he runs them out there every week, and that's an advantage for anybody who's going against him because he's not gonna get you 10. He's not gonna get no like I couldn't imagine starting a linebacker 3 weeks in a row and he come under 10 3 weeks. So that shit would drive. Listen, I got just a little bit up there, and I would it would drive me crazy. I pull all my fucking hair out with my fingernails because that shit would drive me up the fucking wall, and he runs them out there.
It's
He
like
been
that
running.
first week you be like, okay, off week. That second week you look at that motherfucker like, hey, come here, come here, hey
Hey,
man, this shit don't happen again.
he been running Patrick Queen out there for 5 years. What the fuck are you doing? Like, woo, man, he's free. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Last week,
Don't exist.
I had a shit. It was a shitty week.
Every
Some
time I
people
see
would have took
Patrick
it.
Queen, I want to be like, smack
Uh,
your motherfucking ass, slap yourself again. Get your dumb ass out of here.
uh, listen, I had a shitty week last week. That wasn't that shitty, but the game was in question all the way up till Monday. It
Mm-hmm.
was in real question. But what saved me
Mm.
is this nigga's lineup. This nigga's lineup couldn't get 190. He couldn't get 190. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. And bam, it saved me. Cause I looked at my line. I made a lot of bad choices, but his lineup saved me because he runs these same bums out here every week. Every week. That's my guy, but he runs them out there.
I
They
get shit
didn't get
from
me last week, but they could get somebody in the near future. So, keep yourself protected.
you. You give
Got
me
World Boss winning this one. 7-0 World Boss. Let's get it done next 7 weeks.
nah. All right, you give me shit about dude, but like I said, dude ain't been relevant in 7 years, and he. I know he not going nowhere. He grandfathered in, but the same FOMO that you talk about, that's all it is. And you know it, and I know it. Look at me in my eyes, cousin.
No,
Look
no.
me in
I
my
think
eyes.
you know what it is. And I said this before and I'll say it again. Black Republican thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
Always, always.
So like it's like a feather in his cap to get Zach Moss off the free agent market, paid
Mm-hmm.
nothing for him, and then Zach Moss becomes the RB1.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach Moss been giving him great production. If you go look at the last 4 or 5 weeks, great production. But Jerry Judy, the trade for Jerry Judy, the trade for Dobbs, you know what I'm saying?
He like the nigga in high school
Bucky, he
that
got
he fucking bitches, but he fucking the bottom bitches, the bitches, the fat bitches, the bitches.
that might that might be bad 10 years after high school. Exactly. Like yeah, like they like Bucky Irvin. Like Bucky Irvin is developing. He got him in like the third, late second round
Mhm.
still. But see, he tried to do that same shit with uh Benson and the Miami running back, what's the fucking dude name? Watson or something. Yeah, Watson.
Mhm.
When he could have drafted Wright, I'm sorry, with Jalen Wright and Trey Benson. He could have drafted so much better. He could have drafted so much better at 5.
Mhm.
He could have took Brian Thomas Jr. He
Mhm.
could have got somebody that could have helped him and still at 19. Because
Mhm.
wasn't nobody checking for Benson like that. We was talking that shit in the room, but wasn't nobody really checking for him like that.
Mhm.
He could have got Benson down the fucking road, and he took him at 5. That is
Can I?
such
Can I? We already know where this is going, but I want to talk to the world boss real quick, and it's gonna flow into, and you're gonna say it's selfish and it's self promote. Boss, B. John is getting less and less carries conceded to Algiers. Don't be Brian. Don't be Brian. Don't be little Larry. Get the insurance. I'm State Farm. I'm the Geico lizard, nigga. Go get the insurance. But boss, you win this. And go get Goddard and stop being cheap. I set the market. Bowers, number 2. So we move on. Now I'm gonna give you the choice. I'm gonna give you the choice. We have Kings and Ass Kickers. We have People's Champ and Chibo Burgers. We got Team Commission, The Matrix, Gronk and Sparks Bucks, Patron, Cheese, New North Siders Walker. Who you want to hear? What you want to do?
bad. Let's go with Team Commission. I
Team
like Team
Commission
Commission.
and the New York City Matrix. The New York City Matrix, first place in the East Division at 3-1. You got the second overall pick Neighbors, Mixon, and your defense as your top scorers. You got the number 1 team in all the land, Team Commish, projected to hit 210 before the trades go through. CD Lamb, great trade. Walker, great trade. And Mr. A Chain, who's benefiting a lot from the Tua mishaps. This is a no brainer. 210 to 149. This nigga lineup is he got motherfuckers out. You got golf out. Malik Neighbors is in concussion protocol. We don't know if that nigga coming back. Likely had the one great game. Uh, I got Juju. You know, team. Team Commission continues their winning ways. They go on to 5-0 and continue to be the number one team in all the land. New York City Matrix go down to 3-2. You, sir. And
Oh,
before you do, can we be civil?
I am.
Can we be civil?
All right, listen.
I'm cutting my
We
mic off.
talked, we talked to Team Commish, and they are a nervous wreck. Okay? You said you turn your mic off. We talked to Team Commish, we talked to the coaching staff, and they are a nervous wreck. They are drilling their team that this is the first team they played this year with 3 wins. We are not overlooking this team. Listen, all we've listened to, all day, team commissions listen to is interviews where Big Mo has told them how good New York City Matrix is. They 3-0 now. Listen, that's what we saying. These guys won 3 games in a fucking row. And they coming off a loss. You know how teams are when they coming off a loss. They are hot. They are mad. And they looking to hurt somebody. So I'm telling you, this ain't the week. From what I heard, Tinker misses focus. This is the biggest game of the year.
No, you done.
Ain't played. We haven't played a team like this in almost ever.
I hate you.
What?
I hate all things you. I hate everything about you. I hate your glasses. I hate
Just
your microphone. I hate that bullshit that you just do.
golf,
But at the end of the day, we know what this is. And I appreciate
golf,
you trying to be civil.
golf and Levis are both on buys. Russell Wilson right now is not projected to be a starter in Pittsburgh. Micah Parson, high ankle sprain, he's doubtful. And Malik Neighbors is probably going, get a kid a week. You don't need to rush him back. So he'll probably be out for concussion protocol. Usually, when you get a concussion, it's tough to get back within a week. Now he's had 10 days, but that's still tough. They might just say, you know what, let's go for the 14. We'll get you back next week. You are our franchise. So it's going, even with all them gone, he might bring up Juju and put Juju in the lineup. He could take over that Rasheed Rice role.
I would reach out and
Listen, and I'm gonna chop this up and I'm gonna send it to the group for hopefully inside the app and hopefully uh said sees this. Cedric, Mr. Cedric,
turn my mic off.
Team Commish has the ultimate respect for your team. And we look forward to playing you guys this Sunday. And we hope you guys have a good game. Let's go get them, champ.
Okay, moving on. We are going to go with Sparks, Bucks, and Gronk.
Mm.
Sparks, Bucks, and Gronk. Gronk is currently 0-4 with a shit ton of picks. And the way, according, this is a quote, and you've been there, it appears as one may have the 1 and the 2, and possibly the motherfucking number 3, really. But you got Purdy. He traded for Purdy, got that. He got Dak. You got Nico Collins. On the other side, Justin Fields, Stroud, Jones, a bunch of quarterbacks. 206 projection to 182. Lord, but before we get into anything, we have uh our Lord
I hate.
hating this week. And
I
what
hate.
are we hating this week? I am going to allow you people
Mm.
to hear what I'm hating this week. Are you guys ready? You ready?
Yeah, let's hear this.
All right. Wow.
Lord Hate here today. Seeing some hateful ass motherfucking trades going on. I can't believe that we let these motherfucking Hogans trade in our fucking league again. Two dark-skinned niggas shouldn't be able to trade the way they traded. They can't even see the send button. What type of bullshit is that? I blame everybody else in the fucking league for that shit, yo. Everybody. Everybody shouldn't have let that happen. Now Cookie's I'm finna hear this fucking mouth God damn, it's finna be a fucked up situation going on with these two oldies.
Oh man.
Besides that, I mean, I got other shit to hate on, but that didn't took over the whole fucking segment as far as that. And then I'm gonna move to something else because again, these niggas gonna probably fuck up my parlays if they had the choice to do it.
They would.
Fuck anything that got to do with these banter black ass niggas in this motherfucking league. Lord Hate out in this bitch.
Would you like me or would you?
Let me go. Let me handle this. Here's the, I got Gronk. I got Gronk winning this matchup, and I know Gronk's gonna win this matchup. And you want to, yeah. Gronk's gonna win this matchup, and you want to know why?
I would.
Every time this loser, it's like the third one, right?
It is.
Every time this loser posts what I hate, he loses. He did one right before the season came out, and he lost to Cheese the Don. No, he beat Chuck. He actually won his first game.
Mhm.
Listen, I know after the second one he did one, he lost. Then we didn't hear from him for a while. He usually makes these videos after he wins. So he won last week, had a pretty good outing. Boom, 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 boom. What I hate is back. And he'll go out and lose again, and we won't hear what I hate for another 3-4 weeks, and then
242.
he'll win. Yeah, and then he'll win, and boom, boom, boom. What I hate is back. Anyway, as far as everything he said on that video, listen, man, business is going to be done with or without you, okay? Like some people come in there and they offers get thrown at them, and then they make up an excuse. I say I'm gonna give you the world, and you say I need the world plus an extra moon. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to do business, but you upset when other people do business. Get it together.
Okay. I am going to say I love the segment What I'm Hating. It brings me joy. I like it. I honestly have Lord Hate going 3-2 and Gronk continue their losing ways and they go on to 0-5. The when I look
Gronk is not losing this.
Gronk is probably going to lose this. Both of these, as I said earlier, Gronk is probably the surprise outside of 1 and 2, Bullyfoots and Lions. Gronk is probably my 1C as a surprise that they're doing this badly.
He's not doing really bad though. If you go look at his go look in the standings and look at his
he hit
points score.
225 last week in a loss.
Yeah, listen, nobody is near got the points scored on them that Gronk is. Gronk is almost at 1,000 points in 4 games. That's almost 250 a game. And you go look at everybody else. There's nobody else in the league. I think the closest person to Gronk is at 982. close. He's the only. Wait a minute. No, U City Lions and Gronk are the only people in the 900 has over 900. No, yeah, no, World Boss too. World Boss, U City, and Gronk. And Gronk has got them both by over 50 points.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the dude, it's brutal. That's a brutal schedule he's had. It's brutal. 1,000. I see 4-0 team because I remember we had these conversations last year.
Mm-hmm.
Strength of schedule. If you had to play my schedule, would you be this or would you be that? And I see like a 3-1 team only had 725 points scored against them. I see a 4-0 team only has 739 points scored against them. I mean, come on. Even Team Commish, you take out the East because the East is trash when it comes to teams scoring on them. They have been trash. So you take the East out, and Team Commish has had the easiest schedule with 811 points scored on him than anybody else. So if you take out those 4 teams in the East, Team Commish has the easiest schedule of the 12 teams left. So no wonder they 4-0. They playing bums. Week 2, Chibo Burgers. They was some bums. What a bum ass team, Chibo Burgers. You better have traded for Kyron Williams. You bum. I'm sorry, that was unprofessional.
It was, but
you see the point I was trying to make. If you get lucky and you don't have a strength of schedule, you'll be 4-0. Listen, nobody's gonna cry for Gronk. We don't give a fuck. That's your problem, Gronk. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Gronk, that's your fucking problem. That motherfucker scoring on you. Better you than me. Nobody's gonna cry an inch for Gronk. But hey, that shit happens, man. You get these fucking schedules and everybody and their mama scoring against you. You gotta deal with it. You gotta find a way to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he's a bad team, and I still think he can win this week. I don't think he's a bad team. I just think, man, he done had a rough schedule.
Yeah, he had a rough go at it. Next up, People's Champ, Chibo Burgers. 205 to 214. 2-2, 3-1. Second in the East, second in the South. Joe Burrow stack. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry stack. Breece Hall. This is going to be the slobber knocker of the week, in my opinion. Brandon's Chibo 3-1. Brandon's the first couple of weeks he was shitty, but this is gonna be good, like real good, and we gotta pick one. And Evan Ingram is questionable. Deontay Johnson is questionable. But Chibo Burgers is set to hit 214, and he got an empty flex slot still that he could put Javonte in.
And he's gonna put Kyron Williams in there.
He's going to put Kyron Williams in there. And with that being said, I'm gonna have to go ahead. And Chibo Burgers is gonna go 4-1, and the People's Champ are gonna go down to 2-3. What you got?
I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
If I was gonna pick, especially once he adds Kyron Williams, I'm gonna pick Chibo Burgers. But I want to go on record and say, St. Louis People's Champs and Chibo Burgers are 2 of the scariest teams in this league. And if they on your schedule, which both of them are on mine, you need to be nervous. These motherfuckers ain't playing. Now, People's Champs got David Montgomery out, who David Montgomery's been amazing. I just got to admit, he's been amazing. Listen,
when I drafted him, and I thought I was.
You drafted him and you traded him. I think. Listen, I actually agree with the trade, but looking back on it right now, he got traded to Cheese of Don, and then Cheese of Don flipped him. I'm be honest. Right now, it looks like a mistake on both of y'all part.
It does.
And I agree with the trade because I thought Gibbs was gonna just take over,
Mhm.
and he can't because this motherfucker's been
I,
amazing. He can't. He can't take over. I thought he would, but he can't. And
based
it's
on that, real
clear.
quick, this is going to go back to.
Don't do
It's gonna talk about David Montgomery
it.
when they get inside the 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Gibbs, you could have been the motherfucker that got him out of. He's going in there goal line. Now,
Like last week, I watched the Seattle game, and
I did.
Gibbs did
He
got a
got
goal
2
line. He got
touchdowns.
a goal line. He got a goal line.
I must say this, and this goes back to this is another shot. Some people
Don't
will
you
call it
do it.
hate.
I know you're gonna do it, but
There
go
are
ahead.
a lot of people that have inside the 5-yard rushes over Bijan. And your Bijan and your number one running back should be getting those calls. But that's neither here nor there. We back on the other people. People's champ, David Montgomery, great pickup.
I got Chibo winning though, like you. I do got Chibo winning because Dave Montgomery is out. But I'm gonna tell you, People's Champ is a scary team, a real scary team. They definitely on my schedule, and I'm definitely nervous about them. And I'm Chibo Burger. Listen, I this fantasy. I'm not gonna say I was weeping when Rice went down because I got Patrick Mahomes, so that hurt me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I got some. You know, Pat plays better when he got weapons, but you know, if Rice go down, we like, oh, Tebow in trouble,
Mhm.
and then he comes up and he gets Kyron Williams. So man, he still got a really good squad, man. He still got a really good squad, no holes at all. Tebow has got a really good team.
All right. Next up, the ass kickers and the
Mm.
Missouri King.
The Missouri. Let me handle this one, please,
You want the
please.
numbers?
No, let me handle this.
Go ahead.
It's a storyline behind this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Bring
okay.
stacking.
I want to say this, and all sincerity, I want to say the ass kickers are 4-0. They have made all the right moves. We didn't believe in the ass kickers. The stack is doing his thing, and he's getting what he needs to win every week. 4-0 is 4-0. You get to 8 wins, you almost in the play. You pretty much almost in there. You get to 9, you in there. So a 4-0 start is a 4-0 start. Loving it. Got to give him his credit. Got to give the ass kickers his credit. At the end of the day, a lot of the stuff been working out. If you saying you don't want to be 4-0 or you think this 4-0 ain't sustainable, maybe, but until we see we was giving Matrix some love. I didn't believe it. We was giving him some love until he lost, and now he's got another. He's got a big game this week. But look, 4-0 is 4-0. But this is a big game because on the other side, I got to give Big Lawrence so much love. I got to give him so much love because we all know the story saying his cousin is fucking him over. Go ahead. Okay. But despite all of that, Big Lawrence has always maintained this is his team and he running it. And I'm gonna be honest, we've been here the whole time and we have watched him build this team up. Hubbard used to be with People's Champ. Everybody gave up on Hubbard. He snagged him up. Mooney was part of the trade. Stevenson Godwin trade. McBride he got in a trade where it looked like it was a bad trade and
GM of
it
the
worked
year.
out for him.
The little sus.
He picked up Donovan Wicks last year and just held on to him. And then he traded for he honestly, he had Shakur. He dropped him. Team commission picked him up and sold it back to him. But all they got was an extra third round. It looks like he got the best of that trade because Shakur's been really good. So, dude built, I'm be honest, watching him build this is a team he truly built up. Now, will he get the payoff to making the playoffs? We'll see. Last week was a bad loss, a terrible loss, and it's solely on him because he had better players on the bench and he kept starting Zamir White, and that cost him because he only lost by like 3 points. Yeah, it cost him, and that's on him. But this is a good team, and this is going to be a good game. Good, because both. I mean, everybody needs to win, but this is a good game right here, man. I mean, the ass kickers got to bring that stat. Got to come through.
Mhm.
That's the only way. Listen, that stat has a hiccup. Like if Jacobs hiccups, if Reed hiccups, and them points go to Hicks instead of Reed, Love might still get his shit. But I think that stack needs to be going.
Mhm.
And here's the thing. Oof. He's got 3 guys going tomorrow. So he gonna jump out early. He got Mayfield, Mooney, and Godwin going tomorrow. So he gonna jump out. Yep. He got a defensive lineman going. He got a cornerback going. So he gonna jump out early. So we'll know Thursday night, Friday morning. We'll know if it's doom or gloom because he gonna jump out early. And last thing I want to say, this I might have said it before, but I know 2 weeks ago Missouri King played El Patron. El Patron informed me. He was like, "Do you know this motherfucker was sending me messages through the app? You know I'm gonna win this game, right?" So Missouri Kings is a little bit of an ass, trash talker, and he will talk a little trash. But if I was picking, I'm gonna honestly go. Listen, ass kickers got some type of mojo. They've been working it. They are playing. Who is that stack playing? That stack is playing the Rams. Ooh, that's good money. That's good. The Rams defense is decent, but
Rams
they can.
trash.
Eh, it's decent, but the good thing about it is it could be a shootout,
Mhm.
and that's always good money. You don't care about nothing. It ain't no game script in the shootout. It's big money, big playing time. So that stack looking nice. Like I said, you got the stack. Mason's going against Arizona. I like it. Now Bowers up against Denver is gonna be tough.
Yeah,
Downs against the
the ass kickers
Jaguars.
got the
I
Denver.
always gotta go with the Jaguars for the win.
I'm gonna say this, and I've somebody hit me back line one day and was like, "You use the term must win too much," and the overall reality is until we get to here, every game until the buys start coming in are must wins because if you the more cushion you have, the better your chances. So them division games are must wins because that stacks where you are in the division and that first game coming out. So you got to pick up as much as you can before you go outside of division and before these buys start kicking in. I am going to give insight into the ass kickers. The ass kickers have the mindset of that mostly everybody is on buy on week 10. That Chibo Burgers is a win for them. But everything else is a piece here, a piece there, but they're not moving any pieces. You on buy, you get on the bench. Somebody's going to step up. As far as this week, this is a must win because you don't want to hear Missouri King's retarded mouth. So you just gotta. It's gonna be a tough one, and as you said, motherfuckers gonna jump out there on Thursday night, and we gonna see where it lands. But of course, I got the ass kickers going 5-0, 2-3 for Missouri Kings, my opinion. But remember, when I be saying These are must wins. It's not just because it sound cool. It's because when you look down the line, if I go into or he go like right now, he's at 500. Who needs to win more?
I mean, y'all both need it. It's a race. It's a race for the division.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You trying to stay ahead of Cheese the Don. His
Mm-hmm.
whole division is 2-2, so of course he needs.
All right. So speaking of cheese the
But
dime,
I want to say something before we move on.
please, please.
I just want to get this on the record.
Mhm.
I want to get this on the record. This is a good one. Will there be any in-game congratulations at all this week?
I can't predict the future. I have no clue what's going on. I can't say what.
Oh, I
Look,
want to
I
know
can say
30 minutes into the
Dave
game,
Silver's
are we saying congratulations, blah, 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 good game. 30 minutes into the game.
I'm focused on the future, my brother. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I am ready to move on.
I just wanted to put it out there because come Sunday, we will be clocking it. It came 59 minutes into the game last week. We will be clocking a new world record for this week if it is put out there.
Are you done?
59 minutes is the world record. We will see if that will be broken.
Are you done?
I'm done. We can
All
move
right.
on to the
So we
next
move
game.
on to El Patron and Cheese the Don. El Patron is 2-2, third in the West. Cheese the Don 3-1, second in the East, nipping at the heels of the ass kickers. Jonathan Taylor 24 points, AR-15 21 points, and Marvin Harrison the number one pick overall. Now, on the other side, Cheese the Don. Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, Chris Olave, 220 to 175. El Patron has a fucking infirmary, which is more of the same from 24, 23, 22, and not 21. He got robbed in 21. But Watson, disabled. Jonathan Taylor, disabled.
He ain't set his lineup yet, but he's got a lot of guys on bye. This is Cheese. This is Cheese of Don's game. Even if he's got Richardson back up, he's got Taylor's back up. So if they don't play, I mean, he's got the backups. But it won't be enough because Christian Watson out. He's got two guys on the bye. He's got to replace. His team is not that deep that he can replace those guys. So Cheese the Don should win this. He's looking good. He's looking healthy. He got Chase Brown back in that starting lineup, which I told I don't want to be the I told you guy, but I told you got to get him in there. And he's still starting Dortch.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't see anything on his bench that was better than Dortch. He finally got Gesicki out and put listen, he's 3-1. This is what I'm gonna say I like about Cheese Don. He's 3-1. His best player, Puka Nacua, is still on IR, and David Njoku hasn't came back yet. He gets those two guys back, and he can still be winning games. He's definitely gonna break the 5-9 thing, and he's gonna compete for that East Division. And he's gonna be a championship contender. Easy. He's gonna be something like he's on my schedule. We're not gonna take that game lightly. That's gonna be a big game for us. We're gonna have to bring our A game.
The last time y'all played, didn't he beat you? Wasn't that his Super Bowl?
That was the first time we ever matched up. We did a trade. It was so childish. I hate it. We did a trade. No, he did a trade, and I criticized the trade. I thought it was the dumbest trade of all fucking time. And I was his next opponent. It so happened the fucking guy that he traded, I think we traded for Aaron Rodgers or something. Aaron Rodgers goes to fuck off in that game against me after I criticized him. And of course, Cheese the Don loved it. And then he proceeded to lose every game after that and went 5-9. I was right, but for that moment in time, he was right, and it made his day. It made his day. But since then, we played 2 or 3 times, and I beat him every time. So it's nothing to see here. It's nothing to see. But I got Cheese the Don going 4-1. That's a great start for Cheese the Don. On the heels of the ass kick ass.
You're such an asshole.
Let's hit
All
the
right.
next game.
Wow. So next up, last but definitely not least, Hurricane Walker, New North Siders, the Fantasy Football Club.
Oh, Mr. Low Activity himself. This motherfucker still got $1,000 worth of fab money. He ain't spending shit. He gonna prove, hey, I'll make move when I feel like that motherfucker ain't gonna spend a dime. A fucking dime. 2-2.
I say you won't be gone, boy.
I'm just saying, man, he low. Hey, he got a busy life. I get it, but I'm just saying, when it comes to this fantasy shit, he wakes up on Sunday.
Yeah.
He do, his fantasy life consists. He is Central Time Zone. His fantasy life consists from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. And that's it. He checked the scores on Tuesday. Did I win? Okay. I see you niggas on Sunday. That's y'all boy. That's y'all boy.
Hurricane Walker sits 2-2, first in the West Division, 1-3, fourth in the East Division, in the North Side Football Club. They did all day trades. We got to see where this shit hit. Currently sit 183, 196 on the Walkers. Josh Allen, Debo, Cook, Kyron Williams is gone, Stafford's gone, and Aaron Rodgers is your starter. Listen, it's not a whole lot that we can say about this. Fantasy Football Club has decided that they are resetting, rebooting, control out heat. We're going to do a factory reset, and that's where they at.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna tell you, I love just like I was talking about Big Lawrence. I love watching y'all rebuild your team to see is it gonna happen. Brian, you next, bro.
Next.
I don't care what you say.
Listen,
I don't care what you say, Brian. You is next. But I love it. I love watching y'all have to rebuild.
He's in the rebuild. He's the only one that don't see it. You ever heard the saying, if there's a plan going on and everybody in the room and you don't know who the patsy is, you the patsy. And Brian, we all see it. All 15 teams, including your cousin, see that you are the patsy. You the only one that think that you finna get in the ring with Tommy Hearns and end up looking like Martin.
And Brian, what's that gift where the dude is a handsome looking dude, and then he look in the mirror and he
that's your team. That is your team. And I'm gonna keep on saying it. This is your fantasy football karma. I'm telling you, the gods are shitting on you. They are opening up the clouds, taking a squat, and raining shit onto you. You can't do shit. It ain't your pick is finna give motherfucking Gronk that deal. I'm talking. He probably get that motherfucker out of Boise.
Ashton Jeans.
Yeah.
Brian's like, listen, I'm still a pretty bitch, and we all like, you not, bro, stop it,
you look like Fiona around this motherfucker. The only motherfucker that think you cute is the ogre, nigga.
Oh, Brian. How the fuck we talk about Chuck rebuild and we go right back to Brian? That's crazy, Brian. We should be on your head like this, but
Listen,
He absolutely right. You the only one that don't see that your shit is fucked up, nigga. You can't put that T. Higgins Band-Aid on that big ass. This nigga got a broke leg. Like, let me put this Band-Aid on my broke leg. It'll heal. Nah, nigga, you gotta go to the doctor. You gotta go to the doctor, Brian.
that motherfucker Chuck is like a dope dealer. He got the inside word from the cops. It's like they finna raid your shit, flush all the motherfucking goods. And all he did was like, and he went and had a fire fucking sale. You the only one going out there every day. First motherfucker on the block for the cheese and nothing. Ain't nobody coming. You ain't seeing no Beanie ain't coming to holler at you, nigga. That's inside. Warren G ain't coming to holler at you, dog. You're done. But everybody saw it. New Northsiders recognized it, and they did what they had to do. What's best for their franchise, and I recognize it. Walker, you go 3-2 through no help of your own. Yeah.
Yeah, Walker win this. Chuck, like I said, he's rebuilding. He's not gonna tank. He's not gonna tank, but he gonna put his best lineup out there. There's no way his best lineup's gonna win. So, but we technically can't call it a tank because he's putting his best lineup out there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not gonna throw that tag on Chuck because he's not gonna tank. But he did what he had to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got, man.
That was the last one. So, shit, this was fun. You know what? This was a good show, man. What do you want to say to the people on the way out? Anything you just want to go out there and let them know? Also, before we get into it, check it. 1, go back breast cancer. Tell your wives or tell your moms, everybody check the tatas. If they can't do it, you check them for them. 2, go out there and do your pigskin pick'ems. Do your
pigskin picks. Yeah, I gotta do mine. Please do yours. I gotta check where I am. I've been picking some bad game. But yeah, do your picks. Do your picks.
So what you got for the people on the way out?
Man, I thought we'll see how y'all shake out tomorrow with these trades. But let's go week 5, man. I don't think nobody's some of y'all out of it. Some of y'all out. I honestly don't think the Gronk is out of it. He's 0-4, but the best team in his division is 2-2.
Baby, I deserve.
He's 0-4, but the best team in his division is all of them are actually 2-2. So he only 2 games behind.
I don't know.
Oh.
There's a lot of games out there in outside of division.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Crazy when you go you're the only one that don't realize you are one of the worst teams in the league. And everybody's it's like you to go to the store, nigga, and everybody be like, hey man, who friend is this, man? I thought he came with you. Oh man, this nigga lame. You the lame nigga. I'm sorry to tell you. You think you super cool. But you the lame nigga. But that's all I got. Man, this is a crazy.
I ain't got nothing else, man. I'll see y'all on Monday, on the Monday morning quarterback. We'll see how it all shake out.
I can't wait to see how it all shake out. From me to you, you to yours, from myself from behalf of Roy the Rankers crew, we like to say it's been a great show. And we out this motherfucker. I'll let you.